Speedbird 232, right heading 235, and report localizer established runway 27 left, Speedbird 232.
Hello everybody, and welcome back again to my channel. Today we will be taking the AS CRJ 900 this time to a short flight from John Wayne Airport to San Francisco. So without further ado, let's jump in. So as usual, we can go ahead and connect our ground surfaces, and that will get us going. I'm gonna go ahead and start the aircraft. And we'll hit the AC button there. Emergency light can come to arm. Seatbelts will assume passengers are boarded and fuel are done. Nav light can come on, logo light can come on. We'll go down here, set the RSS to nav, and for everything else, looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this to dual Q, which it is, to bounce, and we are done. For our payload and fuel today, we will be taking an 86 passenger with us today, and the cargo will be 2,000 pound of cargo. Fuel is 7,000 pound of fuel, and once we are done here, there's a neat trick that I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit. So set payload and fuel, and we are going ahead to program the FMC. So position initialization, Kilo Sierra November Alpha. I don't think we have the gate in here, or we have it. So flight plan, Kilo Sierra November Alpha. Our destination is Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar. And hit execute. Our alternative today will be Kilo Oscar Alpha Kilo. And our runway today, hopefully we'll get the 20 right. Flight number will be Delta Alpha Lima 5873, and we're gonna hit the execute. Performance initialization, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So our cruising altitude today will be 340. Alternate cruising altitude will be 140. And once we are at this page, we don't need to move any numbers. We just click the copy data to performance initialization, and we are good to go. So we're gonna execute that. I'm gonna do something I haven't done in the tutorial here, and that is actually setting the flex temp. So we'll do a flex temp of 42 degrees Celsius, and we are good to go. So departure and arrivals, we're gonna take off from runway 20 right using the Hero 1 set and execute that. If we head over to the legs page, we can go ahead and add a couple of points here. So hopefully this one is on the database, which it is. That's gonna be the splint waypoint. Then two more before we are actually using a star to the San Francisco area there. So the last one will be Sierra Echo Romeo Foxtrot Romeo, and we'll go ahead and select our arrival runway. That is 28 left using the server 2. And we're gonna go ahead and execute that. When that is done, we can go ahead and clean our flight plan later on. So if we can zoom out a little bit in our flight plan, everything is looking good and perfect. Our altitude of our initial altitude today will be 6,000 feet. I'm gonna go ahead and if that actually do it, let's see. So heading will be 200. And we can go ahead and peek in here to see what our V speeds are. So V2, that is done. And we can go ahead and set our V2 speeds 154. If I can squeeze myself in here, we can adjust that to 29903. Bless you, I guess. With that being done, we can go ahead and do the remaining of our checklist and actually call for the APU and pushback. So we're going to go ahead and start our APU here. If we go ahead and select our landing elevation here, so it's almost 50 feet. So 20, 2 more. Okay, so 60s is good. APU is running. We can go ahead and select our boost pumps to on. Air conditioning can come on. And windshield will go to low. Beacon lights are on. Hydraulic number 3A is going to on. Stabby trim, mac trim will go on. Yaw damper can go on. Our weather radars can come on, tilt above. And we will go ahead and change our squawk code there. So that is done. I'm gonna add more lighting in here. And we are good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect our ground power unit to get started. So ground surface and maintenance, ground power unit to off. Oh my god, that was very loud. And we should be able to call for the pushback and departure. FedEx will be fine. We'll go ahead with the nose to the left. So I think there's a couple of Southwest aircraft, some United there. So a little bit of traffic going on in here in John Wayne. This is, by the way, the Latin VFR scenery. So nose wheel steering can come off. Thrust reverser will be armed. And I'm gonna arm my speed there. And heading. We'll look in here one more time to make sure everything is good to go. So release park and brake. So you guys can notice once we click the engine start button here, our packs will go off in order to supply the engines with the pneumatic needed. So we're going to wait for the 20% on the N2 here. So 20% idle, and we should have rotation. So engine 1 is idle and stabilized. So we'll go ahead and start engine number 2. %, 20%, and fuel, and we have rotation. Hydraulics pumps can go to auto. Probs can come on. We'll go ahead and put the taxi light to on.
Set parking brake.
Set parking brake. And we can go ahead and turn off the APU here. With that is being done, we should go TCAS above, and that is all good. So flaps can come to flaps 8. So we're back, guys, and I have done configuring my F2 IPC for the 10th time. And we can go ahead and select our flaps to 8, do our flight control check, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, full left on the rudder there, full right, neutral, and our flap should be set to 8. So with that's being done, we're gonna go ahead and select our nose wheel steering to armed. Everything in here looks good. Recirculations fan can come on. And we are ready to go. So today we are actually flexing our ambient temperature for the engine, so hence the kind of different color there saying flex. Very lovely scenery from Latin VFR, although it's not what you can call it a really high-end scenery, although I like it. So our next turn here should be, let me see here my charts. So we can go ahead and taxi to Lima. So this is Kilo. And next is Lima. And we'll take runway 20 right since it's longer. And we are about to cross 20 left.
Approaching 19 left.
So I should update the ROS database. I always forgot to do that. So we're going to hold short of 20 right here. Set park and brake. Landing lights can come on. Strobes can come on. And we can actually start our watches once we are good to go. So I'm gonna change my view here to status to make sure everything is good. Takeoff config is okay. Left reversers are armed and right reversers are armed. So right clear, clear on the left. Let's hope I don't overshoot it this time, since we have the 900 today.
On runway 19 right.
So here we go. Gonna go ahead and start the watch there. And we are good to go. So 60%. And Taga.
5,100 feet remaining. Caution, short runway, short runway.
Okay, we got that. So V1, rotate. Pause the brake, gear up.
Automated weather observation. 004 Niner Wind 017 at 3. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 23 Celsius. Dew point 18 Celsius. Altimeter 2993. Kilo Oscar Kilo Bravo. Automated weather observation.
You're gonna go ahead and set to climb.
Wind 017 at 3. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky condition clear. Temperature 23 Celsius. Dew point 18 Celsius.
And that 80 is really killing me, guys.
3. Kilo Oscar Kilo Bravo. Automated weather observation. 004.
So autopilot can come on.
017 at 3. Visibility greater
Nav is set. We're gonna go ahead and select speed 250.
temperature 23 Celsius.
Lights can come off. Thrust reversers can come off.
993. Kilo Oscar Kilo Bravo. Automated weather observation.
Oh my god, that 80 guys is killing me.
Niner Vanilla. Wind 017. Tijuana Airport information Oscar 0051 Zulu. Wind 232 at 8. Visibility 14. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 23.17. Altimeter.
So I'm gonna come back to that later on.
Runway 27.
So 6,000 feet, we're gonna go ahead and resume our
Direction of flight.
altitude there to 340.
Instructions. Advise controller on initial contact at Oscar.
So we're going way above our speed there. So 340, set the speed there, 250. that knob is really acting up, so very good there. Gonna go ahead and zoom out a little bit more. It's very good weather today here at John Wayne. Wind is not that bad. Coming up is 9,000 feet here. Our route today have no precipitation, no turbulence all the way to San Francisco, so that's all good. 10,000 feet, lights can come off. Passenger signs, I'm gonna go ahead and turn them off. Let everybody enjoy their meals. It's a very good takeoff there. Although that 8 has kinda killed it for me. And we kinda like slipped above the 250 restriction there. I'm gonna go ahead and go 290 and go to 0.74 Mach once we're good to go there. So the aircraft will pitch down trying to catch up that 290. And one more note though, considering that we were that heavy on the runway there, I kinda shouldn't actually had the flex temp there, because we were like really pushing that runway to the limit. I mean, we had less than almost 1,500 feet remaining. So, and this is actually the first time I take off that heavy from John Wayne. So next time, note to myself, John Wayne, it's either we go full power or we will be very light. So coming up 14,000, we're catching up with that 290 very well. So if I can come in here and select our traffic, I don't think we have any. So very wonderful scenery. Weather is really good. Very calm weather today. So welcome back guys, and we are actually just crossing that 10,000 feet towards San Francisco there. And let's go ahead and arm the passenger signs. Let them know that we will be landing shortly. And thrust reversers are armed. With that being said, I'm just looking at the weather at San Francisco, and it's going to be an IFR condition, guys. So wind is going to be a crosswind of 10 knots, and the clouds will be overcast at 800 feet. So I'm not really sure about that, guys, but I promise you that I will do my best as usual. But that overcast weather is not helping my case here. So I'm still flying the banana as we have talked about in our tutorials there. So it's a little bit slippery there. So we're flying 250. Our next waypoint restriction there will be 4,700. It's going to be a fairly quick one. So and you can actually see how it's doing regarding the weather in here. So for the folks in San Francisco, I don't know what's going on today there, guys. So we have our terrain display on. I'm still not picking anything major, although those mountains seems a little bit close to me. So we're doing fine regarding the descent path there. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So yeah, 4,700 will be there very shortly. So I'm gonna go ahead and dial that in. And retard my throttles a little bit. So here's the banana. So 4,000 feet to actually the next waypoint at Menlo. So touchdown elevation will be 13 feet, so almost ground level there, or sea level. And at 1800, we're gonna intercept our localizer glide slope. We're still doing very good. We're descending nicely. We're still flying that banana, so as I said, the wind today is not really playing it with us, but the main thing I'm concerned about is the IFR condition, as I have not flown this aircraft on such weather. So it's going to be interesting to see how well we're actually going to do that. So I'm going to dial that 800 feet for the glide slope and localizer. And let's wait for that banana. Not there yet. So power will be probably close to that 50% on the N1. So we need to push it a little bit more. Zoom in a little bit more, or not. So how we're doing here, I'm gonna go ahead and go with speed 230. And we're in the San Francisco area, guys. So we're almost at 230. should be able to capture our glide slope and localizer there very soon. So decent profile is there, going on nicely. The weather is not though. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 210 on the speed there. 210. We should turn here. And arm our approach. So the localizer is captured. 210. We can go ahead with flaps 1. Add more power there. So that's the IFR condition that I was talking about earlier. The aircraft a little bit overshot the runway over that line. So that's the weather. I mean, honestly, it does not look that bad. So glide slope is flash and then solid. So we're on the glide slope there, guys. Perfect. So we are going to do 190 now. Set our missed approach altitude at 4,000 feet. Speeds. So 139er there. On a 39er.
1,000.
So 1,000 to go.
Flaps.
Yeah, my flap lever is not really liking me today for some reason. So we're a little bit high.
28 left. Flaps. Flaps.
Yeah, that lever today is not really liking me. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect my autopilot there.
Minimums.
So minimums continue.
Minimums. Minimum 100. 50. 40. 30.
Right slope.
20. 10.
So not my perfect landing there, but I did my best. Although the autopilot kinda acted on me there on final. So reversers are green, manual braking. And we are on San Francisco. So I'm gonna take the speed turn here. Start my APU. Strobes can come off. Flaps can come up, thrust reversers can go off. So welcome to San Francisco, guys. The weather was not as bad as I expected it to be. I mean, I still have the meter and it's showing the IFR condition. Our AVU have started. So I hope you guys liked our flight today. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button to receive my new uploads. And take care. See you in the next time, guys.